Parody is not a get out of jail free card for IP infringement. I post a lot about entertainment law cases, and comments I always get are, well, it's a parody, so it's not infringement. That's just not true. Let's take copyright law. Under copyright law, parody can be a valid form of fair use, but it's more complicated than a yes or no answer. Under US copyright law, parody is different from satire. If you're using a creative work to make fun of the creative work itself, that's parody, and it's usually fair use. Not always. But if you're using a creative work to make fun of something else or make social commentary, critique politics, anything like that, that's satire, and courts look at that differently. Most of the time, this would be seen as satire, a derivative work, and not fair use. Weird Al typically gets licenses to use these songs. He's not doing this relying on a fair use defense. Every copyright fair use claim involves a detailed analysis of 4 different factors that are in the law, and it's almost never a black and white yes or no answer. And that's just copyright law. Under trademark law, we're looking at a different issue. We're looking at what consumers think when they see a trademark. A lot of times you'll see these knockoff brands that use a different phrase or a different word to replace a trademark. Where copyright law favors fair use that makes fun of the original work, trademark law can be even less favorable to the parody. If someone starts selling t-shirts with a parody logo on it, a lot of times this is not fair use under trademark law because an ordinary consumer seeing this logo wouldn't know it's a parody unless they looked closer. If the owner of the trademark can demonstrate in court that there's a likelihood of confusion from the sale of this parody work, they're probably going to win a trademark lawsuit even if it was a parody. That's because the whole point of trademark law is about designations of source. What do consumers think when they see a mark in commerce? Is there a likelihood of confusion? If so, there's probably trademark infringement. Now for copyrights and trademarks, it can get a lot more complicated than what I've talked about here. The big takeaway is just don't listen to people who tell you that parody is always fair use and never infringement. That's just wrong. I'm an entertainment attorney. On this channel, I talk about legal issues that artists, athletes, and creators face in the entertainment world. If you want to hear more about that, follow along.